After my grandfather passed away, my family asked me to check his house before it was sold. It had been empty for months. No electricity, no neighbors close enough to hear anything. The place felt frozen in time, furniture still where he left it. While walking down the hallway, I heard him call my name from the back room. Clear, strong, familiar. Every part of my body reacted before my mind did. I answered without thinking. "Yeah?" The response came immediately, my own voice repeating, "Yeah," but flatter, slower, wrong. I stepped backward toward the door, heart racing. The house was silent again. I told myself grief was playing tricks on me, but as I turned to leave, I heard breathing behind the bedroom door. I left the house and called my mother. While I was on the phone, she asked why I was whispering. I wasn't. Later that night, I checked my phone. A new voice memo had been saved at the exact time I was inside the house. I didn't remember recording it. When I played it, I heard myself say my grandfather's name, followed by a pause, and then someone else inhaling, as if preparing to speak next. I never went back inside that house alone. I worked night security at a remote industrial site surrounded by miles of empty land. No nearby houses, no public roads, just fencing, floodlights, and silence. My job was simple: monitor cameras, respond to alerts, and log radio communications. Most nights passed without incident. Around 2:40 a.m. one night, the emergency radio activated. A calm, male voice said, "Requesting assistance at the east perimeter." That alone wasn't unusual. What froze me was the phrasing. He used internal code words only trained staff knew. I responded automatically, asking for identification. The reply came instantly. He said my name. I hadn't said it on the radio. I checked the console. No emergency button had been pressed, no system trigger. According to the logs, the radio had activated itself. I stood up and walked toward the window overlooking the east fence. The lights were on. Nothing moved. As I reached the door, the radio repeated the same request again. But this time, it didn't sound like it was coming from the speaker. It sounded like it was coming from outside, from beyond the fence. I locked the door and backed away. The radio went silent. For the next hour, nothing happened. No alerts, no voices. I almost convinced myself stress had gotten to me. Later that morning, my supervisor reviewed the radio recordings. There was nothing there, just static. But when I listened closely through headphones, I heard something between the bursts. Slow breathing. Not interference, not distortion. Breathing. The voice never returned. But after that night, I stopped responding immediately to any radio call, because whatever spoke knew exactly how we talked, and exactly who I was. I was hiking alone in a protected forest area, the kind of place where cell service disappears within minutes. Before my signal dropped completely, I recorded a short voice note on my phone. Nothing dramatic, just me reminding myself which trail I planned to take back before dark. I remember saying it casually, almost lazily, because I didn't expect anything unusual to happen. Once the signal vanished, I put the phone in my pocket and continued hiking. For the first few hours, everything felt normal. The forest was quiet, but not unsettling. Birds moved through the trees. Leaves shifted under my boots. Around mid-afternoon, I stopped near a creek to drink some water. That's when I heard it. A voice behind me said, "Take the left trail back before sunset." My exact sentence. Same wording, same tired tone, same pause before the word sunset. I turned around immediately, expecting to see another hiker. The trail behind me was empty. I scanned the trees, listening for movement. Nothing. I told myself it had to be an echo. Sound does strange things in forests. I even laughed quietly at myself for overreacting. But when I checked my phone, my stomach tightened. The voice note hadn't been played. The screen was still locked. There was no way the sound could have come from my phone. I packed up quickly and continued walking, trying to ignore the feeling that something had shifted. Less than 10 minutes later, I heard the voice again. This time, it wasn't behind me. It came from my left, deeper in the trees, repeating the last part of the voice note, the part I had whispered. I didn't answer, I didn't call out, I just walked faster. As the trail narrowed, the forest grew quieter. No birds, no insects, just my breathing and the sound of my footsteps. That's when the voice changed. It no longer repeated the voice note exactly. It began finishing my thoughts. When I stopped walking to calm myself, it said softly, "You don't need to panic." I ran. When I finally reached the trailhead, my legs were shaking. That night at home, I replayed the voice note. At first, it sounded normal. Then I noticed something beneath my voice, very faint. Breathing. Someone else waiting for me to finish speaking.